What if I told you that Christopher Columbus, the famed explorer, reported seeing unidentified flying objects during his first voyage to America? That's right. Our story begins in the late 15th century, aboard the Santa Maria, as Columbus and his crew embarked on a journey that would change the course of history. The journey was fraught with anticipation and a sense of the unknown. The crew, a medley of experienced sailors and hopeful adventurers, were embarking on a trip into uncharted waters, driven by the promise of finding a new route to the East Indies. The atmosphere was electric, a mix of trepidation and excitement, as they sailed further away from familiar territory. As the days turned into weeks, their routine was shattered by an unexpected sight: a mysterious light, an unidentified object dancing across the night sky. As Columbus and his crew sailed across the Atlantic, little did they know that they were about to encounter something that would spark debates centuries later. So, what did Columbus and his crew actually see on that fateful night? The descriptions, captured in the logs and historical documents, paint a fascinating picture. The crew reported seeing a light glimmering at a great distance. It vanished and reappeared multiple times throughout the night, moving up and down in sudden and passing gleams. Columbus himself noted the unusual activity, describing the light as small and feeble. The crew's initial reaction was a mix of awe and fear. Some saw it as a sign of land, while others perceived it as an omen. Yet, Columbus made a bold decision. He chose to document these puzzling occurrences, a choice that would forever intertwine his name with one of history's most enduring mysteries. These early accounts, while intriguing, only scratched the surface of the mysteries that were about to unfold. Is it possible that the mysteries of the night hold more answers than we think? As we delve deeper into the enigma of Christopher Columbus's voyage, the nighttime sightings become a pivotal piece of the puzzle. These sightings, shrouded in the darkness of the unknown, presented themselves only under the cloak of night, adding an extra layer of intrigue. Could these be celestial bodies, or perhaps a weather phenomenon? Or were they something more, something beyond our current understanding? Theories abound, but one thing is clear: the nighttime sightings left an indelible mark on the crew. The sightings were not sporadic, but rather a constant presence, akin to a celestial guide on their journey. This consistency raises questions. Why were these phenomena only visible at night? What was their purpose? The implications are as vast as the night sky itself. As the nights passed, the sightings became more frequent, and so did the mysteries. What if historical evidence and writings could help us unravel the truth behind these sightings? This question leads us into a captivating exploration of the past, where we sift through the sands of time to uncover the truth. Historical documents and writings from Columbus's era serve as our primary source of information. These records provide intriguing insight into the sightings, suggesting that they were far from mere hallucinations or fabrications. Columbus's own journal, for instance, recounts his experiences in vivid detail, lending credibility to these accounts. Similarly, other writings from the same period corroborate his accounts, adding yet another layer of authenticity to these sightings. These documents, penned in an era when the concept of extraterrestrial life was inconceivable, make it difficult to dismiss these sightings as mere flights of fancy. Moreover, these accounts are not isolated incidents. They form a pattern, a historical tapestry that tells a story of encounters with the unknown. With each piece of evidence, the reality of these sightings becomes harder to dismiss. Are you ready to delve into the most shocking encounters Columbus and his crew had with these unidentified flying objects? Now imagine being on the high seas, far from familiar shores, when suddenly, an unexplained light appears, dancing over the waves. This is exactly what Columbus and his crew experienced on their voyage. Their accounts tell of a small light, resembling a wax candle, bobbing up and down, moving against the wind. The sheer strangeness of the spectacle was enough to send shivers down the bravest sailor's spine. The impact on the crew was profound. Their understanding of the world, based on known maps and stories of sea monsters, was suddenly challenged by this inexplicable phenomenon. Fear and awe intermingled as they grappled with the unknown. These encounters would leave a lasting impression, not just on Columbus and his crew, but on history itself. What does the scientific community make of these sightings? Let's find out. When it comes to Christopher Columbus's reported UFO encounters, the science world has a myriad of viewpoints. Some researchers focus on natural explanations, suggesting the sightings were perhaps atmospheric phenomena or celestial bodies misinterpreted due to lack of scientific knowledge at the time. Others argue for a more psychological interpretation, citing the high-stress environment of a long sea voyage as a potential trigger for hallucinations. Historians, too, play a role in this debate. They emphasize the importance of understanding the context of the time, pointing to cultural and religious beliefs that may have influenced how Columbus and his crew interpreted what they saw. But despite these theories, there's still no consensus. The sightings remain a contested topic, with new interpretations and debates emerging even in the 21st century. While science offers some explanations, the debate is far from over. How did these events shape the culture and beliefs of the time? You might be surprised. Let's dive into the profound influence these sightings had on the cultural landscape back then. These encounters didn't just spark curiosity and fear, they fueled a change in the narratives of the era. A new dimension was added to the folklore, legends, and myths, with tales woven around these strange lights in the sky. The sightings weren't just a phenomenon, they became a part of the collective consciousness, shaping the worldview of the era. They spurred discussions about the existence of otherworldly beings, which was a radical thought for the time. These events also influenced art, literature, and philosophy, with references to these sightings appearing in various forms of expression. They challenged the limitations of human understanding and encouraged a broader perspective of the universe. The influence of these events continues to resonate, even in our modern culture. What challenges did Columbus face when trying to share these experiences? The answer might surprise you. Columbus's UFO sightings, a topic of fascination today, were not as warmly received in his time. He encountered a wave of skepticism and disbelief. His contemporaries, bound by their understanding of the world, found it difficult to digest the idea of unidentified flying objects. This skepticism wasn't just from laymen, but also from influential figures of the era, casting a shadow of doubt over Columbus's credibility. His reputation took a hit, as many perceived his accounts as mere fabrications, a sailor's tall tale perhaps. These obstacles weren't mere inconveniences, they were significant challenges that Columbus had to navigate. He grappled with the resistance, even as he persisted in sharing his experiences. Yet Columbus's accounts were not entirely dismissed. Some were intrigued, their curiosity piqued by the explorer's detailed narrations. This curiosity is what has kept the story alive through the centuries. Despite the challenges, Columbus's accounts have stood the test of time, continuing to intrigue and puzzle us. What can modern ufology tell us about these historical sightings? Let's explore. As we delve into the realm of unidentified flying objects, we find that the interpretations of Columbus's sightings are as varied as they are intriguing. Modern ufologists tend to view these accounts through the lens of extraterrestrial visitations, suggesting that Columbus and his crew may have had an early encounter with alien technology. These interpretations often hinge on the strange behavior and appearance of the lights Columbus reported, elements that align with many contemporary UFO sightings. Moreover, ufologists argue that these sightings, happening in an era devoid of aircraft or advanced technology, offer some of the purest accounts of potential UFO encounters. They challenge us to reevaluate our historical understanding, adding a layer of mystery and speculation to Columbus's voyage. From a ufological perspective, these sightings offer a tantalizing glimpse into the unknown. Are we any closer to understanding these sightings today? Let's examine recent research and expeditions. The quest for truth has led to numerous investigations, with experts from various fields joining forces to unravel the enigma that is Columbus's sightings. Modern-day explorers have retraced Columbus's voyage, armed with advanced technology in hopes of uncovering lingering evidence or clues. Simultaneously, historians and scientists have been poring over ancient texts and artifacts, seeking to understand the context of Columbus's encounters. New theories have emerged, some suggesting that the sightings could have been an atmospheric phenomenon or even a misidentified celestial body. Meanwhile, others hold firm to the belief that Columbus encountered something truly otherworldly. As the research progresses, each new discovery only adds another layer to the mystery, stirring our curiosity and fascination. While we continue to search for answers, the mystery of Columbus's sightings remains as captivating as ever. How have these sightings shaped our understanding of history and culture? Let's reflect. Columbus's encounters have woven a new thread in the tapestry of our history, adding a layer of mystery that still resonates today. They've reshaped narratives, challenging our preconceptions and opening our minds to the possibility of the unknown. These stories have permeated our culture, fueling our fascination with extraterrestrial life and the cosmos. The legacy of these sightings continues to challenge our understanding and spark our curiosity. As we conclude, we're left with questions that continue to challenge our understanding of history and our place in the universe. We've journeyed through Columbus's first voyage, the startling encounters, the traces in history, and the enduring mysteries surrounding these sightings. Yet, these unearthed pieces of our past only serve to deepen the enigma. What does the scientific debate reveal? How have these events shaped our culture? In the end, the mystery of Columbus's UFO sightings reminds us that history is filled with unanswered questions, waiting for us to explore.